Hey, what's going on YouTube? Thanks again for tuning in to Poor Boys RC, where today's project... Oh, and before I go any further, I have to apologize. The audio isn't so great. My microphone may have had a run-in encounter with the vacuum. The vacuum definitely won. The microphone is currently being crazy glued. I didn't realize it was damaged till now. So if the audio is not great on this one, guys, I apologize. It'll be better on the next one. But nonetheless, I really want to get this project going and get it to air for you guys here, because I know one of you guys especially is really looking forward to seeing this, and it's the Blackfoot Xtreme, and we're going to get this guy finished up today. So first things first, just let's get this body off here and let's talk about what we're going to do today. Body's done. Well, I'm excited. This is awesome. I'm super excited about this. So the servo works. Servo's 100%. We're not going to touch it. We have a old school AM radio ESC in there, which I'm going to pair with an existing radio I've got. That'll be good to go. I want to get rid of this Traxxas XL5 ESC, which is, interestingly enough, a yellow one, an older version. And then we've got a new motor to put in this, some new shocks to put in this, and we've got to change these rear body posts, which have seen better days. Oh, and new rubber, of course. And just a quick request from everybody who's watching today. If you guys haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of content. 80% of my viewers aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you guys hit that subscribe button, you're going to get all the updates from my videos, and that would be awesome. It helps me out a lot. And you're also going to get to see all the action and never miss a beat. So if you hit that, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. So some of you guys are probably wondering which motor are we going to go with on this guy, and what are we going to do for new shocks? Because these shocks, while they're vintage and still pretty cool looking, they're pretty tired looking, and I don't even really recognize the brand. If you do, let me know. But doesn't really ring a bell. So I wanted to go with something a little funkier. Check these bad boys out. How cool are those? These are going to line up with the body colors perfectly. And I got these. These are from eBay, RC Damper. I'll throw a link in the description below if you guys are interested in these. They feel nice in the bag. They look cool. And I'm stoked to get these on here because they're going to align with the body and the whole Blackfoot Xtreme motif we're going for here. Pinspike tires. Fresh new tires from Tamiya. And the motor. So again, this kit was gifted to me from one of you lovely viewers out there. Thank you so much, Eric. And that same lovely viewer decided to pass a motor along. Reedy MVP. 24 degrees stock motor. Geez Louise, look at this thing. Never even had never even had leads soldered to it. So nice, fresh motor. That is of the era, still in that early 2000s era. So, and the other thing I wanted to change was the ESC. Get rid of that Traxxas ESC. I want to put a Tamiya ESC in there just to kind of keep the whole thing Tamiya consistent, Tamiya-wise. You know what I'm about to do, right? And as with all Tamiya tires, we must. Ooh, pungent. This is a pungent tire blend. Woo! All right. Good stuff. Oh. Dang. That'll put hair in your chest, eh? Restoration challenge number 1. The tires were glued on at some point. So thank goodness the glue's about 20 something years old and it's coming off with ease. So fun fact, the rear tires were glued on all the way around and they are not coming apart. So I had to sacrifice the tire, which is all good. They were starting to dry rot. Anyway, there's not much to salvage here. So I just took a razor blade, cut into the tire, and I've been removing the rubber. This is the other rear wheel. It was okay. This one, man, it is just loaded full of glue and I can't get that rubber out. So we're gonna have to start getting a little more creative here and see what we can do about that. I think I've done this once before and I can take my Dremel in there and clean out the rubber with the Dremel. This one's coming along much easier. Yeah, like that was easy peasy, but this one, you can see there's a heavy bead of glue in there, and that stuff, that rubber is not coming out. It is fused in there. So we need to get the trusty Dremel out, clean out that rubber, and try really hard to not damage these wheels, because while they're still available, I like to try and use as much of the original equipment as possible. Let's get Dremeling. If you do this, make sure you wear safety goggles and be prepared to make a mess. Look at how much rubber there is on the Dremel. Oh, geez Louise, this is a gong show. But hey, listen, it's working, and that's awesome. We're going to preserve these old wheels, and they're going to get a second chance at life, second lease at life, which is pretty cool. That was the hard part. That was a bad one. These other ones, quick little cleanup. So I'm just going to hurry up and just do that off camera, because you get the gist of what we're doing here. So I'll make it happen. Then we'll get some tires mounted. Remember the start of the video when I said, so I always like to start off with the easy parts of a project first to get my confidence up and to get the ball rolling. So let's get those tires switched over. Can't be any easier than that, right? Yeah, no. This was a nightmare of a job that I wasn't expecting I'd be getting into. But hey, check out the end result, guys. Really nice and cleaned up. Those new tires are going to sit on there beautifully. And it's going to look like it's brand spanking new all over again. I need to go wash my face and clean up my workspace. I'll be right back. So thanks for tuning in to Phil's vacuuming show, where I vacuum all sorts of messes that I make. Okay, let's get back at it. Wheels are clean. Yes, finally. Man, that was a disaster. And in case you're wondering, no, I'm not going to glue these. Because if I ever decide that, where am I going here? If I ever decide that I want to change these tires again, because there's nothing nicer than a fresh pin spike tire, wouldn't you say? If I ever decide I want to change them again, I do not want to have to get the Dremel out. And I know there's other ways to do it. I've even made videos on it, to be honest with you. But acetone works pretty good. I've done the acetone trick a few times. Back in the day, I used to boil some tires. That would work pretty good. But in the interest of saving time today, because I want to get this video done and edited, I went this way. And I'll often do this just for a visual, so I don't end up with tires that are mounted the wrong way. Look at those beautiful tires. That's the easy part, right, Phil? Yeah, sure, easy. Okay. And check her out. We've got brand new meaty Tamiya pin spikes. All right. Well, that was so easy. Let's get on with the next step. I think next we're just going to change these rear body posts. Next step is a shocking one. We're gonna put on brand new suspension, and this baby's gonna look sweet. Check it out. So what do we think of these front shocks, guys? Not just the front ones, but these shocks in general. What do you guys think? Do you like the color option I went with? Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. I think they're pretty sick. Hope you guys do too. If you don't, well then, geez Louise, what are we gonna do about that? But look at that color. Man, nothing screams 90s/early 2000s Blackfoot Xtreme more than those shocks right there. So these guys are gonna get put right back on. Hopefully this part fits. No, it doesn't. Why would it? This little doodad's got to go in that hole, and she don't fit. So what are we gonna do? The parts bag for the shocks came with some spacers. Thank you, good people at RC Damper. So this is the spacer that is supposed to fit through here, but she doesn't fit. But this guy here fits like a glove. 1, 2, 3 spacers. Oh, 4. And I think that's going to do the trick for us. I go with these two. That should work like a hot damn. In fact, I don't even need 2. 1 is just fine. What do you think, guys? Do you like those? Do you like how those look? I think they look pretty good. They're a little short though. And here, let me get this other bag open. And comparatively, so they're just that tiny little bit shorter. These aren't the originals, nor are these. So is it supposed to have this length? Inquiring minds want to know. Either way, it's what I got, and I'm going to use it. And if I don't like it, have to make some changes, we'll make changes. What do you think of those guys? How do they look? Looks-wise, I think these shocks are the right call. Performance-wise, I don't know. Maybe they need to get loosened up a little bit. I'm not going to judge them too hard just yet. There is oil in them, but they feel just a little bit gritty. But, hey, that's all good. We will... This thing's not going to be like a runner. Certainly not a racer. So it's just got to look the part. And I think we achieved that. Wicked cool. What's next? Next up, I think, guys, we're going to put the motor in. Where'd it go? Here it is. The Reedy MVP. 24-degree stock. This is going to be a beauty in here. Eric, thank you so much for the capacitors. I'm going to try it without the capacitors for now because I really don't want to damage this can. I don't want to have to sand off a little bit of that black powder coating that's on there. So I'm going to see how it works since we're going with a slightly more modern speedo. Does that help? I don't know. I'm going to try it without though, so I can preserve the look of this can. And if we discover that it's a little bit glitchy since we're using an AM radio, then at that time we'll install capacitors. And there it is, guys, looking nice and shiny and ready to rock. So we're making some pretty good progress here today. Gonna go ahead and plug that motor in. What is next on the agenda though, guys? We need to, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, motor's done, body post, shocks, tires, ESC, and that's it. Is it almost done? It's almost done. Holy cow. All right. So some more technical challenges. My phone battery just is about to die. We're at 3%, so I've got to plug it in and use the self-facing camera. So now everything's in reverse. So there's that. Everything's backwards now. So let's get this ESC swapped out backwards. So handling the power in this bad boy is going to be Tamiya's, come on, focus, the TBLE02S, which, yeah, it came out a little after this. It's not the exact right era, but I'm not that worried about it. It's a Tamiya, and that's ultimately what I'm after, is to keep the branding consistent. So that's it. It is done. It is done, guys. The Blackfoot Xtreme has been restored. It's got all sorts of new parts in it, all sorts of new life, and it is getting ready to go on a running video, which will happen very soon. Promise. Check that out, guys. What do you think? So do me a favor, guys, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of this. I'd really like to know what you think. The shocks, the motor, everything we got going on. What are your thoughts? You like what we did here? I'm pretty stoked. I think it's going to look awesome. Not just look awesome, but it's going to perform great too. All right, guys, once again, thank you all so much for tuning in and coming along with me for this awesome journey, restoring this vintage Tamiya Blackfoot Xtreme. Eric, once again, buddy, thank you so much for sending this over my way. The motor, the capacitors, the cool laser nut bracelet. Really do appreciate it, dude. I'll make sure that we get a really good running video going for this thing. Hopefully weather complies this week and we can get out and do it this week. That is my goal. So thanks again for tuning in, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Please take a moment to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Really means a lot to us YouTube creators. And as always, be excellent to each other.